Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this audio, I wanted to talk about a few things, but mainly I wanted to talk about the amount of women you guys are actually interacting with in real life. Like the amount of girls you're actually talking to. Like how many women are you talking to a day, a week, a month? How many women are you really talking to? And what I mean by this is how many women do you approach? How many women do you close the deal with, exchange numbers with? How many women are you going on dates? How many women are you having sex with? All these different things. And the reason why I'm asking this is because I get a lot of emails from dudes who they'll say stuff like, yo, I don't understand why this thing isn't working. And, I approached this girl and I talked to that girl and she rejected me, or I tried to go on a date with this one girl and she flaked. I tried to use direct game and it doesn't work. Or I talked to this girl and she ignored me. The list goes on and on and on and on, right? And I've had situations where I got dudes, they hit me up and they'll say, oh, but Mr. Locario, I don't understand what you're saying because, this stuff that you're saying, it's just not working and it doesn't work. And, you make it seem like it's so easy and this and that, right? Now, what I want you guys to understand is when you're out here talking to girls and trying to make things happen, right? In order for you to have any success, you have to basically put in work. And you got to put in a lot of work. So the thing is, when I tell you guys, hey, I was chilling and I met this chick at a spot and I did this and I did that, or, I smashed this girl, I smashed that girl, right? For every story I have of a chick that I hollered at and got with, right? There were maybe 15 to 20 other girls who I didn't get with. You understand? There were maybe 15 to 20, maybe even 25 other girls that I tried to make something happen with, right? That it didn't go the way it needed to go before I got to that one girl who wanted to make something happen. So this is why I'm saying, like, how many women are you talking to? Because the thing is, this whole thing is a numbers game. This whole game is a numbers game. Anybody who tells you different is bullshitting you. It's a numbers game, right? Now, I'll be completely honest right now. I'm gonna be super, super honest, right? As I've gotten better talking to women, that 15 to 20 to 25 has gotten lesser, meaning that the amount of girls I gotta talk to now before I make something happen has gotten lower. So instead of me having to go talk to 15 to 20 girls, you understand? In the past maybe year or so, because you gotta understand something. When I'm teaching you guys this stuff, I'm also doing this stuff. Like anything you've ever heard me say, anything you've ever read from one of my books, saw from any of my DVDs, everything that I'm saying, I've done. So when I have a book called How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, I've had sex with 2 women a day on plenty of occasions. So I'm not telling you shit that I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I'm telling you guys, hey, listen, you don't got to build attraction. You don't got to do all this other extra goofy shit. I'm telling you it because I lived it, right? Now, so the thing is that what I was saying was the number gets lower as far as me, being able to get better doing, dealing with the game. So like, as I'm teaching you guys this stuff, I'm also going out there doing the stuff I'm teaching. And as I keep doing it, I get better. And so now instead of it having to be 15 to 20 girls, I might talk to maybe 6 or 7 and get one of those out of the 6 or 7. But either way, it's still a numbers game. So again, when I hear guys say, oh, I tried to talk to this girl and it didn't work out. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's going to happen. And I say, okay, well, you talked to that girl, it didn't work out. How many other girls did you talk to today? Oh, it was just her. It was just her. Really? I had this dude hit me up, and he was like, yo, man, I'm having trouble with my online dating and such and such and such. So we're talking, and he's telling me all of this stuff, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait a second. I said, how many chicks did you contact? Right? He said, oh, I contacted maybe about like 10 girls, right? So I'm like, wait a second, hold on. You've only contacted 10 girls today on your dating? He said, no, not today, like ever. This dude's been on Plenty of Fish or OkCupid or one of them joints for maybe like 6 months, and he's only contacted 10 girls ever for the whole 6 months he was on there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of you, the reason why you're not having the success that you want is because you're not putting in enough work. You're not putting in enough effort. You're not, putting in enough to where you have those numbers up in order to get the success. You understand? So like, even, it's all a numbers game. You got to understand, like, and if you're not putting in the work to get to those numbers, then you are not going to see results. It's that simple. This is why I tell you guys, listen, join the Bad Boy membership, because when you get those audios, it teaches you in depth what you have to do more so that you will be able to be more skilled, so that, instead of talking to 20 to 25 girls, you might need to only talk to 10, and you'll start getting more success every 10th girl you talk to instead of every 20th girl you talk to. Because before, back in the day, I had to talk to maybe 25, 30 girls and to get one. You understand? So, but the thing is that as I got more comfortable, as I got more confident, as I got more good at, my verbal skills, as I got more, I got more inclined to sort of like see certain signs if a girl's into me or not. I sort of, am able to pick up on a certain vibe that a girl is giving me, you understand? And this gives me a little bit more of an advantage when I'm dealing with girls. The more girls I talk to, the more I hear the same sort of dialogue from a lot of different women. You understand? And then it makes it easier for me to come back and be quick, when I'm talking to them, so that I know what to say, when to say it, how to move the conversation this way, how to, close the deal, get the number, bring her back to my place, do whatever it is I got to do in order to make, it be more efficient. But either way, it's still a numbers game. So again, this is why I'm asking you, how many women are you talking to? How many women are you approaching? You have to approach a lot of girls, because one, you have to get the numbers up, meaning you have to have a good, amount of women that you're approaching. And two, while you're approaching these women, you are going to be able to practice your verbal skills, which will make you better at talking to women. The more you do it, the better you're going to get. It's like working out. The more you work out, the stronger you will get. The more you talk to women, the better you will be at talking to women. So if you're sitting there and you're just talking to one girl here in the school, and you talk to another girl here maybe next week, and you talk to another girl maybe once next month, that's not going to cut it. It has to be a continuous process so that you can immerse yourself in the situation, so that you become good at this thing, so you become better at making things happen for yourself. A lot of the reasons why a lot of you guys aren't making stuff happen is because you're not putting in that work, that time, and that energy. Now, I know there's certain guys that I see in my comment section sometimes that, they're like, hey, I've been going out here and I've been putting in the work, and they're saying, hey, I'm seeing results. I'm seeing certain results. And that's from them going from nothing to actually putting in some work and seeing the different results. Now, the more work they put in, the more that they actually do this, then it's going to become more second nature to them. It's going to become more of a habit to approach girls, talk to girls, become comfortable with girls, and actually know what to do and how to do it when you're actually in those interactions. You understand? Because, it's funny, because this is the funny part about this whole thing, right? When you listen to me say something about the game, if I tell you or teach you how to approach women, how to talk to women, this and this and that, right? what you're learning is going to help you, because now you're getting some new information. You're getting some knowledge on the subject, right? But what happens is that when you put yourself out there, when you're actually in the situation, right? The knowledge that you got, you've internalized it. So when you're actually interacting with the woman, you're not even technically paying attention or thinking too much about what I've said, but you're so in the moment with the girl, and since you have the knowledge in the back of your head, it's already in your subconscious, that you're going to automatically start doing the things you need to be doing in that situation to bring you success. So it's not just enough just to sit here and listen to me. You have to get off your ass and go out there and do it, because you're going to feel how it feels to do it. And on top of that, since you have the knowledge of what you should be doing, all of that is going to, it's going to combine when you're actually in that situation in order for you to have success, right? So you guys have to, use the knowledge to your advantage, but the knowledge it's not going to do anything for you if you're just sitting at home. Do you understand? You have to actually go out there and make it happen, right? So I'm trying to tell you guys that you got to put in that work. The reason why, I had a dude who commented on one of my videos earlier, and let me see what he said. He was saying, he's like, you make it seem so easy sometimes. He said, and he said that he completely disagrees with my video, and I think it was the video, which video is this? Hold on. It's the video that says, yeah, you don't need to build rapport with women. He says, you make it seem so easy sometimes. I completely disagree with this video, because I've never met a woman who went on a date with me after just talking to her for 30 seconds to a minute. After a few weeks, he said about a few weeks ago, me and a friend ran into these girls on the street. I asked one of them for their number. She said we should go to a bar before you leave town. I contacted her once the next day. No answer. I contacted her one more time. Still no answer. And he says, being direct has never worked for me. Why do you think this is? Right? Now, again, to answer his question, or I would want to ask him a question. And my question to him would be, again, how many girls are you talking to? Because in your comment, what you mentioned was you met this one girl, you got her number, and she basically didn't call you back. She flaked out on you or whatever, right? Guess what? That's going to happen, right? Now, if you were in town or you were in a certain spot, you don't just go and get one girl's number. You understand? You should have got 10 girls' numbers, because then what would have happened was you would have got with one of those 10. So it's not that being direct hasn't worked for you. It's that you were only being direct with one girl. So even if you were indirect with her, it still probably wouldn't have worked, because it was just that one girl. Do you understand? So it's not really about you just being direct or being indirect. See, a lot of guys, you're looking for this sort of cheat code. You want to say, tell me the thing that's going to work the best with every girl. Tell me the thing that I need to do that's going to work every time. It doesn't work that way. It's not about that. It's about you putting yourself out there. And what's going to happen is that by you continuously putting yourself out there, you're working on yourself and you're giving yourself more options to make something happen. Do you understand? So the thing is that you would have actually had something go down if you would have put yourself out there more. You can't just say, oh, let me just talk to this one girl and just sit on it and just see what happens. No, you don't do that in any other aspect of your life. I don't know why people think it's different with dating. I just don't understand why people think it's different with dating. You don't go to one job interview. You understand? You go and you try to find as many job opportunities as possible. You put out them resumes and you see what's popping. You understand? You don't just go to the gym once. You go to the gym a couple of times a week for a good extended period of time so that you can build that muscle. You understand? So it's like, you do these things like, even if you're studying for a test, you don't just study for like 20 minutes one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got final exams in 2 weeks. You probably study every day for a couple of hours. Make sure you got all the shit that you need to know down packed, to the point where you even studying maybe, 10 minutes before the test is about to happen or whatever. Some people do that. But the point is that work gets put in on a consistent basis in order to get a desired result. So the same thing, it applies when you're talking to women. So again, how many women are you talking to? Okay, that's all I'm asking you. You got to answer that question. If your answer is, a small number, if your answer is not that many, if your answer is I hardly talk to women, then that's why you are where you are right now. Do you understand? That's why you are where you are right now. And if you happen to be a guy who actually goes out there and who talks to a lot of women, who actually puts in a lot of work, talking to maybe 15, 20 girls a day, and puts in that work, and you're still not seeing results, what's happening is that there's something wrong with your technique. And at that point, you have to say, okay, I'm putting in all the effort, I'm putting the stuff out there. What am I doing wrong in this situation in order to not, where I'm not getting these results? Because what you're doing right is actually going up and approaching as many women as possible. Now, what's happening is your technique and how you are coming at it in certain cases might be the thing that's at fault. You understand? Because like I was saying earlier, it's not about, oh, you doing it direct or you doing it indirect or whatever like that. But the thing is that something within your technique might be off, which is messing up the fact that you're putting yourself out there to be there with all those options, but your technique while you're doing it is messing you up. Because the thing is, if you're the type of guy who's out there talking to a number of different women, let's say you talk to 20 girls a day, for 5 days a week or whatever, you understand? And then you talk to like 100 girls that week, you understand? You would at least get one chick. At least get one chick, right? And that's usually if you have hardly no skill. You're gonna at least get one chick that's gonna say, okay, let's go out or something, right? Who's gonna return your call and do something, right? You're gonna get at least 1 out of 100, right? But we don't want just 1 out of 100, right? You want a better ratio. You want more chicks, right? You want more options to make something happen. So when you work on your technique, you'll be getting more out of that pot. So instead of it just being 1 out of 100, maybe it'll end up being 5 to 8 out of that 100. Then it'll end up being like 20 out of that 100. You understand? So the better you get, the more, your options are going to pile up, right? But you got to, again, it's about them numbers. And if you're doing the numbers and you're still, not making shit happen, then you have to work a little bit on your technique. It could be a confidence thing. It could be a thing where you're not comfortable actually talking to the girl in the interaction. It can be where you get so nervous that you forget to close the deal, or you don't close the deal because you're too nervous. It could be you don't know how to follow up when you actually get the number. It's a lot of different things, which is why I tell you guys to go to badboymembership.com so you can join the membership, because I have audios and videos on there that will teach you how to pick up women successfully. I actually have an audio program called The Art of Picking Up Women Successfully. You should definitely listen to that. I got things on there talking about how to pick up girls from the club and take them back to your place. You should listen to that. I got audio programs on there on how to build your conversation skills. You should listen to that. I have another audio program on there called 10 Ways to Build Your Confidence. You should listen to that. So those things will help you when you're out here talking to more girls. Right? So make sure you go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. All right. So I'm out of here, guys. That's it. If you have any questions, click the link below and I'll talk to you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.